Anybody heard of Jimmy Swagger? Anybody know what I'm talking about? Yeah, he did the whole thing on the blackboard. And he said, I have nothing against my African American brothers, but this is just the way it is. So, Imam Wafdi Muhammad, the son of Elijah Muhammad, the mentor of Malcolm X, the mentor of Muhammad Ali, brought forth the concept and took it straight from the last sermon that Prophet Muhammad gave us when he said, there's no superiority of a white over a black. There's no superiority of a black over a white. There's no superiority of an Arab over a non-Arab. And it goes on and on and on. But this is the main point. Now what are we faced with every day in the Western world is an image and a picture of a white man as God on earth, Jesus Christ. Now whether you consciously aware of it or unconsciously aware of it, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. And it's in Africa. And it's here. And we grew up with it. And what is that picture saying? That picture is saying that a white man is God. So you look at that picture and you don't see yourself. So what does that make you? Imam Wafdi Muhammad says, this is the crippler for our people. And how do we resolve that? By removing all racial images that attempt to portray the divine. You just can't say, well, we're going to take away the white man as God and put up the black man as God. That's still an image, a racial image. And Prophet Muhammad said, there's no superiority of a white over a black or a black over a white. So we can't just change the color. We have to eliminate all of that. So I brought up three people. Elijah Muhammad, Malcolm X, Wallace D. Muhammad, doing a little bit of Muhammad Ali. And I'm bringing this up, and we're going to move on. But I'm bringing this up. These are just some of our heroes. And wherever we go, whatever company that we're in, we should make sure that people understand that these are some of American Muslim heroes. And don't let people come over here from overseas and start telling you about people that lived 10,000, 20,000, 1,000 years ago and build them up. They did their thing. That's good. That's good. That's good. But we live today, right now. We can draw from their knowledge. That's good. But don't let them dominate the conversation and leave us completely out. And say this right here. When the last time any of us have heard a hadith from Bilal? Zero. Isn't that strange? When Prophet Muhammad gave Bilal a title, and that title was Master Bilal. When Prophet Muhammad ordered Bilal to stand on top of the Kaaba and call the Adhan, the only man in history that we know of that was ever ordered to stand on top of the Kaaba and call the people to this religion with the Adhan. When Bilal was given the job by Prophet Muhammad to be the treasurer of the total Muslim community, when Bilal was that close to Prophet Muhammad, every day he called the Adhan for Prophet Muhammad to wake up in the morning. Bilal was one of the closest companions to Prophet Muhammad. How come we don't have a hadith from Muhammad? I'm trying to get the point across to you. We've been hypnotized and brainwashed. And we can't let it continue. And with that, we'll close the first part of our khutbah. Please join me with the dua as we close. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina adhaban nar. Our Lord, grant us good in this life and good in the hereafter. save us from the fires of hell, and uncontrolled passions after you. Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Assalatu wassalamu ala rasulih Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and wa ba'd. The Quran says in Surah 4, Al-Nisa, the women, ayat 135, O ye who believe, stand out firmly for justice as witnesses to Allah, even as against yourselves, or your parents, or your relatives, or whether it be against rich or poor, for Allah can best protect both. Follow not the lust of your hearts, lest ye swerve. And if ye distort justice or decline to do justice, verily Allah is well acquainted with all that you do. So, this is Allah is saying, O ye who believe, stand out firmly for justice. It's time to go to work now. It's time to go to work now. Allah tells us about prayer. It says, establish prayer at the two ends of the day and at the approach of the night. Indeed, good deeds do away with misdeeds. That is a reminder for those who remember. Allah goes on to say, and whoever fears Allah, He will make for him a way out. This is critical. Whoever fears Allah, He will make for him a way out. Hadith. The best among you are those who are the most useful, the most beneficial to mankind. So in other words, service is worship. Service is worship. We remember the hadith where the believers came to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and they would start bragging on the man that was so holy. Oh, dear Prophet, this brother, he prays 75 times a day. He's in the masjid all the time. He's this, he's that, he's this, he fasts every other day. He's this, he's that, this. And the Prophet Muhammad said, who takes care of him? They said, well, we do. He said, well, you are better than him. So what are we getting at? This is a balanced religion. This is a balanced religion. That's why we call the Adhan Hayya ala Salat, Hayya ala Falah. Come to life through prayer and come to life through cultivation. So we have to learn the lesson. The main lesson is this: that we share the same status of every other human being that walks on the face of the earth. We cannot continue to look at other people as being above us or better than us. And this is specifically applies to us because we have been conditioned to think like that already. You know, we say what we say, oh, ain't anybody better than me, but how we act shows a different light. And we've been trained like that. It was beat into us that the white man was better than us. We have a child, we start combing his hair, and that hair just lays out just before they come. Oh, he got good hair. And that hair starts napping up, and he's got the water running and grease on. Why you got such bad hair? See, we've been trained. It's in the culture. So now that we've become Muslim, sometimes we carry some of that negativity with us. to a machine so he wouldn't come up. They found his body. The body was beat so bad, they had a closed casket. They sent it back to Chicago to his mother. She said, I want the casket open. No, we're giving instructions. We can't open it. She said, you don't open that casket, I'm going to open it myself. I want the world to see what they did to my son. She forced him to open that casket. And that picture of Emmett Till was spread all across the country and all around the world. His face was blown up. Why? Because they said he whistled or said something smart to a white woman. And today, I think it was just 2 or 3 years ago, that same white woman said, I have a what they call a deathbed confession. He never said anything to me. We have to recognize our heroes. If it wasn't for that woman, that mother, the love of that mother, exposing the injustice that was done to her son, we would have never known what went on. We have to expose our hero. She's a hero. We can't continue to walk around 24 hours a day talking about what Ibn Who said, Ibn Blah said, who said about this and about that, and forget ourselves. We live in this world. Allah brought us into this world. Why do we keep focusing on somebody else's history? Focus on our history and let them know, look, we got a history too. This is part of our history. We came through the trials and tribulations to become a Muslim. Allah is leading us. Muhammad is leading us. We have our stars. We have our scholars. We have our champions. Anybody got the time?
2:10.
All right, I'm trying to wrap this up. See, I'm getting carried away here because it's sickening to me sometimes. I go to an a potluck, interfaith potluck. The Indians, they're bringing all their curry, chicken and lamb. The Somalis, they're bringing their beans and their chai tea. The Ethiopians, they're bringing their stuff. The Egyptians, they're bringing their stuff. And then here we come. Here we come with their stuff. They want to eat some of our cultural food. And they look at us and they say, well, here it is. There it is. We got to bring the bean pies, the macaroni and cheese, the peach cobblers, the greens with turkey necks. Okay? All we got to do is take the pork out of it and put the turkey in it. Okay? Yeah, so this is my grandmother's recipe. This is so-and-so's recipe. Don't come up there shuffling. Ooh, that was some curry chicken too. It's sickening. It's what you want to throw up. That's why I'm talking like this. Because, see, we just went through training. We just went through Ramadan. Ain't no sense in us jumping back into the same rut again. Stand up. We got a lot to be proud of. As people, not as black people, as people who have been oppressed in more ways than one. Now we say, La ilaha illallah Muhammadan Rasulullah. We stand up with the rest of the Muslims all over the world, and we have our own independent culture to present and represent. What does Allah say in the Quran? I have made you into different tribes and nations. That's the first part of the verse. I have made you into different tribes and nations so that you could what? Come together and know each other and not hate each other. Whew. Brothers and sisters, may we leave Ramadan better than we entered it. May Allah accept our efforts and intentions. As this beautiful month leaves us, may it leave us purer than it found us. Ameen. Ameen. Brothers and sisters, Malcolm X says, study. It brings rewards. must study our history, just like we study the history of Muhammad ibn Abdullah. We must study our history and see how it coincides, and you will see it coincides exactly. Prophet Muhammad was a freedom fighter. Prophet Muhammad was a freedom fighter. And because he stood up and fought for freedom, freedom to worship, freedom to be free from the oppression of the shaitan and all his evil tricks and traps, because he stood up for that, the whole world now respects and recognizes Islam. The whole entire planet has been covered with this religion. If Prophet Muhammad did not stand up, if he took the attitude, well, I ain't got this, I'm just going to still and do my thing. I'm not going to be bothered by the reason why Bilal wants to get married and the woman don't want him to marry. The woman don't want him to marry their daughter because he's black. I'm not going to be bothered with that. As soon as he heard that, as soon as Bilal told him that, he jumped straight up and went over to the woman's house. And when he got through talking to the woman about the value of Bilal, she said, he can have all my daughters. The woman said, he can have all my daughters. So Muhammad wasn't ashamed of Bilal. We shouldn't be ashamed of Bilal. We shouldn't be ashamed of ourselves. So, Ramadan is over. The training period is over. We're strong now. We have the Quran as our backup now. Let's change our schedules to keep it in focus, where we put this in priority, where we take time out every day to read this book, Allah's words to us. Every day to read this book. Don't let it slip. And plan it. Plan for it. I'm going to read the Quran this evening between 8 and 8:30. And at 8:30, if it gets so good, you read probably to 9 or 9:30. But the simple fact is, when you open your book, your scheduling book, okay, what am I doing tomorrow? 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, I got an appointment at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, read the Quran. What I'm saying is, if we don't plan for it, then it's so easy to overlook it. Just like we plan to watch the game. We plan to watch the fight. We plan for those things. Well, look at me, I gotta go watch the game. If we didn't plan for it, the game would pass us by and we'd be saying, hey man, what time is it, man? And so, man, we could have missed the game, man. So what I'm saying is we gotta write it down. Let everybody in the house know this is what we're gonna be doing for this hour. Reading God's Word. Otherwise we'll lose our habit. 3 weeks, 4 weeks, we'll be out there in left field again. And we want to stay strong. We got to stay strong. Why do we got to stay strong? Because you see the little youngsters in here, you know what? They're dependent on the foundation that we built for them. Just like we depended on the foundation that was built for us by those that came before us. We depended on that foundation. If they hadn't stood up and sacrificed and went through all the hell that they had to go through, we wouldn't be in here. So it's a constant change. It's a constant change. It's a constant change. And just because people don't understand, we try to give them more information to help them understand. But the main thing is that we want to be pleasing in the sight of Allah. That we stood for what's right. We did the right thing. We want to recognize the help you gave us as we continue to struggle and evolve and to grow. We want Allah to be pleased with us, whether people are pleased with us or not. Because on the day of judgment, those same people are going to be standing right next to us to be judged by Allah. And we look like a fool saying, but I thought you didn't like that. did what I thought you liked. No. We have to do what we know Allah likes and wants for us. With that, we're going to close. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina adhaban nar. Our Lord, grant us good in this life and good in the hereafter, and save us from the fires of hell and uncontrolled passion. Ameen.